Hey everybody, it's Presco Kino. So I hope the summer class is going well. This week we're going to be doing 7 and 8. So we're going to take a look at 7 now. 7 is all about integration in Excel. So let me ask our Excel expert, hey, what is this integration thing all about? So it has to do with exchanging information from one application to another. And the power of obviously the Microsoft Office suite is that you can do this. And I'll show you a couple of things too that are not in the book that you can see going on. So when you open up this one, it has like these links that one of the links I couldn't understand where it is actually coming from. So it seems they give you a downloadable file, but just click Don't Update for this. When you see this, go to Don't Update, and it will load this file. Let's just make it bigger here. Okay, so the first thing that your manager wants to do here is to insert a picture. And I think we did that a little bit, nothing too intense about it. So you're going to go to the merger, and then this is actually a Smartart. You see that? I think we looked at Smartart briefly, and the idea about Smartart is that it allows you to compose these interesting graphics, like infographic kind of things, and it's template driven, so you don't really have to be a great designer to do it, and then you can update things. So Smartarts work usually in PowerPoint. Most people use them, but you can use them obviously in any application. So the first thing is to insert a image. And I think actually, for some reason, I think that is the image. I don't know if I already inserted it or what. So let's go to Insert and Illustrations. And then you see you have all your choices here. We're going to do Picture from File. Okay, and it's the Mac banner that I just downloaded here. Okay, so it's not the same. It wasn't the same image, actually. It's the strawberries. Let's just go back, get that back up there. Okay, so there's the banner. And what you want to do with this is put it in A1. It has probably some type of text wrap on it. That's why it won't go there while the other one is there. They'll kind of push each other away.
How did you get the image there? Because I saved mine to my computer and it's not like coming up. Did you save it as a Word file, the picture?
No, the picture is I think it's a JPEG file. It's called Support EX19. Make sure you're using the right one because there are 5 files that come down with this one.
I have the picture of the strawberries and I saved it. But
so to get it into your spreadsheet, what you do is go to Insert, and then Illustrations, Picture, and Picture from File. So it's probably in your Downloads folder, and there it is. This is it right here. So when you double click on it, it should show up. Okay, so the next thing they want you to do is to adjust it. You can see it's a little on the dark side and it's not that crisp. So the first thing is with the corrections over here to do a brightness and contrast. So they want to increase both the brightness and the contrast by 20%, somewhere in this area here. This is it, right? So increasing both by 20%, you can see that livens the picture up a little bit. And then there's also a sharpness, which is the top ones here. And what do they want for the sharpness? 50%. Okay, it's more subtle, I guess, but that did it. Okay, so then step 3 then is
All right, what was the first step, Professor? Sorry.
The first step is to insert the actual
I did that.
Strawberry banner, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I meant the first step.
The next step was to adjust the brightness and contrast with the corrections here. So you're adjusting the brightness plus 20% and the contrast plus 20%. And then to adjust the
great.
sharpness, 50%. Good. Let's see, the next thing then is to add a tight reflection. So these are the picture styles here. And I believe that, let me just think about it. No, this is actually, I think, under here, right? So you go to picture effects, and this is the reflections. The first one is the tight reflection. Yeah, tight reflection touching. Okay, so that gives it this thing here, which is the reflection. It's actually touching. It's not, there's no standoff. That's what we're looking for on that guy.
Can you show where that
And now,
one more time?
the reflections, yes, they're under, well, the thing is that you have to click on the picture first. So see, when I'm not clicking on the picture, I have a different ribbon. But when I click on the picture, it reveals another tab on the ribbon called Picture Format. So clicking on that tab then gives you the Adjust section here, where we just made the corrections for brightness and contrast. And then in Picture Styles, you have this kind of cube, and that's going to give you shadow, glow, reflection, rotation. Okay, so you pick the reflection one, and then the first choice here is the one they want, tight reflection touching, and you get this little reflection here. Okay, so the next thing now is to adjust the Smartart. So here is the Smartart, and he wants to add another shape and picture to the Smartart. So remember, just like anything now, if we click on this, you'll see there's the Smartart tab that appears, and you can add it with these guys too. Smartart works in a kind of outline view, so you can promote and demote things using this. But I think if you go here, it might be a little easier. This is what they want actually. So go to Add Shape. Okay, so he wants to add another shape and picture to the Smartart. So we're going to go to Add Shape, After. Okay, so you get a blank shape here. It's got a text box already formatted inside of it. Just want to make sure I'm putting it in the right place. After the DM shape. So let me just do it the right way. So I'm going to highlight the DM shape and then go to Add Shape. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then in this shape, they want you to type 365 as the name. And there is a picture placeholder. So if you just click on the picture placeholder, here are the files that I downloaded, and the one they want is the PNG file, which is this guy here.
Professor?
Yes.
How do you get the Smartart text to pop up? It doesn't do it automatically.
This thing here you're talking about?
Yeah, exactly that.
You really don't even need that, to tell you the truth. I think it just came up because I double clicked on it. Let me just go through all the steps again. So the first thing you do is select the Smartart. Okay, and then you'll see the Smartart Design tab appear. What we want to do is add a shape after the DM shape. So with the DM shape selected here, go to Add Shape After. Okay, and there's the shape. Notice that other thing didn't appear. That's more like an editor to promote and demote, but remember, you can do things in different places, so I prefer to do it up here. Okay, so then you click, this is the text box. You can see each one has a text in there and a logo. So in the text on this one, it's 365, and then for the logo or the image, it's this one right here, the PNG one.
So should I just insert text if it doesn't pop up, or?
You're not getting it when you do that, those steps?
No, it doesn't pop up.
Click on the DM, and then with the DM selected, do you see this over here where it says Create Graphic, Add Shape?
Yes, that is up.
Okay.
Oh, I have the shape in there. It's the typing that's the issue.
The typing where it says 365?
Yeah.
So just make sure you click right on that blue text box, and it should let you type something in there. See that?
I'm gonna try again.
Try again. Absolutely. Okay, so we've got that, and the next step is to add another shape after the brand up shape. And this is like one of those ones I think where they tell you to add it and then take it away. So we're going to add another shape, same thing, a shape after. Again, I selected that one. You'll see that it makes a shape right in there. And then type tech in the new shape. Let's do that. Tech. Okay, then they say to demote it. So demote it will actually, if I'm thinking about this correctly, what's going to happen is it'll make it part of the one before it, kind of like a subhead would, right, when you demote a slide, right? So let's see what happens when we do that. Yeah, see, it added the tech down here, and it actually deleted everything else. So that's the demote. If you don't see that demote coming up black, it's still grayed, make sure you just click right on the text box. That should make it work. Okay, so we demoted it, and we're done with the first page. The next thing is to format the Smartart. So this is pretty easy stuff, actually. There's not much going on here except for kind of cosmetic stuff. So the first thing you want to do is make sure your Smartart is still selected and you have the toolbar there, and they want you to change the color to accent 1 second choice. So accent 1, it's this guy here, I think. It's the one they want, the colored fill accent. Okay, so click on that and you'll see, you know, it changes to that design. And then apply the moderate effect smart style. So again, if you pull this down, you'll see typically, okay, there it is, moderate effect. That's the one they want. Okay, so that just changes just a little bit of the kind of attributes there. And I think we're good. So now he wants to include an image from a PowerPoint slide summarizing the 4 marketing companies. So include the image as follows. Okay, we're going to do a screen clipping here. So what I found with this is it's good to have both windows open together. So first thing I'm going to do is with PowerPoint, I'm going to open up the file. So let's just go to open, and hopefully it shows up right away. Just go where you downloaded everything. And it's in downloads, actually, not documents. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so you can see right away it's a PPTX file. Open it up in PowerPoint, and there it is. And what I did that I thought worked out pretty well was to open up both of them together, so you could see both of them together. And with Excel's screen clipping, it should, oops, sorry, I'm going all over the place here. So we go to, again, insert, illustration, and if you go to screenshot, you can also do a screen clipping. So click on that, and then you just grab the slide, and it'll basically give you the aspect ratio you want. And once you do that, it should come directly in here. So there, yeah, there it is. Kind of hiding a little bit, but it happens automatically. Okay, you'll see it appear there, and then they want you to put it in I1. So just drag it right up alongside the strawberries, pretty much. And you should be in business with that. Good?
Professor.
That's a screen clipping. A lot of times, this is very useful too when you're kind of sending a spreadsheet that has relationships to other documents, and you just want to get a little piece of something in there, even something from the web. You can just do a screen clipping of it.
Professor, do you mind just repeating how you inserted the PowerPoint into the doc, please?
Surely. So let's delete it so we can do it again. And what I did is just to kind of resize so I could see both windows together. I don't know if you really have to do this. I just thought it was convenient. And then to set it up to do the screen clipping, it's again insert, and in the illustrations group, you want to choose the last one, screenshot, but pull down and choose screen clipping. So a screenshot, but it's one that you can customize kind of. So we're using this little crosshair then, just do a diagonal right across the slide. And again, you could, obviously kind of tailor it if you want to make it a little more centered like that. and it happens automatically. You may not see it right away. Just make sure you resize Excel. It could be hiding like it is over here. And then just drag it over to I1.
Wait, I'm sorry. You did insert and then what did you click? On the
It's
PowerPoint one?
I didn't have to click anything. I had just click and drag so that I could capture this part of the slide. It's just like making a selection.
Yeah, but I didn't catch how you even got to being able to
Okay,
drag it.
let me do it one more time. So I'm going to delete it again. And what I did is I made the two windows visible so I could see what was going on from one to the other. And in the Excel window, what you want to do is go to Insert Illustration. So we're here, right? We're good with that? So first thing was the Insert tab, and then Illustrations, and then go to the last one that says Screenshot. But instead of taking a screenshot, you want to pull down the little down arrow here and go to the last choice, which is screen clipping. You'll notice that you also have a little gallery of the ones that you might have done before. So if it's something that you use often, you kind of have a clipboard kind of thing for it. So when you click on screen clipping then, see we have this little crosshair now. So anything that you grab, whether it's on the internet or right here in another application, will be copied. So I'm going to position my cursor at the upper corner, hold down the mouse, and start to drag until I get all of the information here from the PowerPoint slide. And then when I let go, it automatically takes me back to Excel. So I just let go there, takes me right back to Excel, and then in Excel, there is the screen clipping that I made. Good? Then they tell you to put it in I1, which is basically right next to the strawberry kind of banner.
Professor,
Yes.
is there another way to do this? Because every time I do it, it screenshots a picture of my background on my laptop, even though the PowerPoint is up and I'm
Yeah, I had this problem too. Are you opening up both windows together?
Yes, they're both open together, but then it's like the laptop is, I don't know, the clipping is too slow, so it just capture what's behind it on the laptop.
Okay, so let me try it one more time with you. Let's see, because I think I had that happen the first time I was doing it because I didn't have both open. So we're going to go to Insert and then Illustrations. Screen. Don't click on Screenshot. Make sure you pull down the arrow over here. That's important. Okay, because you don't want a screenshot. You want to go to Screen Clipping. And then, see, when I go to PowerPoint now, this is the way I did it the first time. See, it doesn't work, actually. It does this weird thing. I think what's happening, it's just making a little clip of that little bit of, when I clicked on the dock down there. So instead of doing it that way, then I figured out that it probably worked better if I had both windows open together. Okay, so with both windows open together, let's just try it one more time. What I'm going to do is from the same spot where I was, Illustrations here, make sure you put the down arrow and choose Screen Clipping. And you see what it does? It actually puts Excel back to the dock, so it gets it out of the way. And now click and drag the area of the PowerPoint. And when you let go, Excel should pop up. And then you can hopefully see that it already made the copy and then position it. Okay? If it's not working, let's just bear with it for now. We'll come back to it. Don't agonize over it. It's not worth agonizing over. Okay, so we positioned it. We're up to number 6, and it's the revenue comparison sheet. Go there, and very simply here, they just want to put a border on this guy. Let me make it a little bit bigger so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, so click on it, and the border is going to be a picture style border, I guess. So what you want to do again is click on it, and you should see, here you go, the picture format appears. And under styles, picture styles, you have picture border here. And the border that they want is the black one, right? Black text 1. Yeah. Oh, wait. black text 1 50%. So it's this one actually. Doesn't make a difference because it's a very thin line, but obviously pick the right one. Okay, so we've got that. And then position the format, the 4 logos, which is this. Here they are.
But I'm not seeing where you found the border.
Okay, you're going to go to, first of all, click on the logo, and you should see the picture format tab appear. Okay, and then click on that. Inside the picture format ribbon, picture styles, the one where you see all the kind of different, picture layouts you can do. There should be a picture border. Same place where we got the reflection from last time. It's just the other icon that's right to the left of that. The picture border, and then you just pick the second down black one, which is the 50%. If you wanted to, you could also adjust the weight or the style of that border right there. Okay, so then we take the 4 logos, position and format the picture of the 4 logos. So first thing they want to do is with the format painter. So remember, format painter is in the clipboard group here. It's not only for text. You can actually impress the format on pictures from one picture to the other. So if we wanted to, we didn't really remember how we did this border, but we want this one to look the same, click on this guy, click on the format painter, and then click on the next one. And there you go. You've got the same border on that. Okay, so then they say without moving the logos to the left or the right, align to the top. So the way that works, I think best is instead of, maybe I already moved it, instead of moving it left and right, what you want to do is just with the arrow key. See that? This is called nudging. So I'm using the arrow keys here. They don't want you to move it left and right, so keep it where it is, but just move it up. I already screwed this one up. I don't know what I did, but when I was fooling around a little bit, I moved it around. Does that make sense to everybody? So it should be in.
I moved it left and right is the thing.
Yeah, so just do it again. Do it again, because I'm just worried that they probably have a precise place where it is, and considering they say without, dragging it, just to move it up and down, it's probably in that grid where it's going to mark you wrong and if you moved it left or right at all.
So should I just undo?
Yeah, you can undo it. Remember, you guys, I don't, I mean, it's okay if you're happy, kind of doing it step by step with me, but I'd rather just do a demonstration and then have you work on it. Whatever. I'm fine with doing it this way too. It's just that, obviously, if there's a lot of questions, it just kind of slows everything down a lot. Okay, so the next thing then, we're already almost done with this, which is great. So Ravi also has a Word document with a table for the total 2021 revenues for the 4 companies. And they want you to embed the Word table in the revenue comparison worksheet. So the first thing you need to do is get that Word table. So I open up Word, and what I'm going to do is open and go back to my downloads folder, and there it is. Now you always keep seeing this support. When you see the 7A, you're in the right ballpark. Obviously, it's a Word file, so it just has this little wimpy table in there that you're going to embed. So embedding means that you are basically taking the image and just kind of putting it, into the other document. This is called the source file in this case. And when we copy this, and I'm using edit copy to copy it, then I go to the destination file, which is our Excel file. So now that I'm in the destination file, I'm going to paste it in cell A21. So just make sure that that cell is active and choose edit, paste. Okay, you'll see it there. And the other thing you'll notice is that little paste options dialog box. And they tell you to make sure you use the keep source formatting, which means it keeps the formatting from the source or the Word file instead of matching the formatting in the Excel file, because you could choose that. Does it do much? Yeah, it does a little bit. See that? It changes it to it matches this, but They want to keep the source formatting. Now, an embedded file is interesting. Let's go back to the Word file, and let's just change some of this data. Let's make this 2022. And then we'll go back to the Excel file, and you'll notice that doesn't change. So an embedded file does not update when the source file is changed. However, a linked file does. So if you actively link it, then you'll get it. Linking on the Mac is not really the greatest, and that's one of the reasons why I trimmed this down a lot. I mean, it does work, but it's a little bit cumbersome, and I didn't want you guys to get totally, bent out of shape. But I could show you a quick idea of how a linked one works here. Let's just take a minute. This is not part of the exercise. Just watch me. You don't have to do anything. So what I'm going to do is I'll just grab some of this data. We'll go crazy. Okay, we'll take the first year here. Okay, what I'm going to do then is insert a simple chart. Okay, we'll insert a simple column chart. Okay, so there it is, simple column chart. Now I'm going to copy that chart and switch over to PowerPoint. And let's make a new slide and paste the chart. Okay, so it shows you that it's going to be linked there, and we want that in this case. Okay, so now watch what happens when I go back to the Excel file, and I'm just going to do something radical. So let's take the first one, which is the lowest, and now let's make it the highest. Okay, so you can see that change there. And now when we go back to the PowerPoint, because it's linked, you'll see this one changed too. Okay, so when they're linked together like that, as long as they're on the same network or in the same folder, when you change one, the other one will ask you if actually if one of them was closed. Let's say I just opened the PowerPoint, but someone was working on the Excel overnight. They'll say there was an update. Do you want to reflect it in your PowerPoint? And I usually would say yes. So I have the latest data. Okay, so that's a link, different than embedding. Everybody happy with that? It's not part of the exercise, but I just wanted to show you how it works. Okay, so now we're back to the exercise. We did the embedding. Let me just see where we are here. We did the word table, right? So we're back here. Let's get rid of this chart now. And actually, let's also want to just bring the, yeah, that's where we are, right? So we've got the table, but we've got the data back to where it was. Okay, so in the embedded data, you can obviously edit it if you want, and they want you to change B24. So just highlight it, and you can easily change it to 279, 150. Okay, and it picks up the formatting. Everything's fine with that. So this is where it gets a little weird. Let's see, I got it to work, but let's see how this goes here. That's the last step. So he originally inserted the marketing data from another Excel workbook. He asked you to update the data and then remove the link. Okay, so let's see if this works. So this is how you can see the links, actually. You go to data, and it's called connections. So you can see edit links, refresh. These are the actual links that are there. So if I go to edit links, the first time I did it, I got this really weird file that was from someone else's computer, probably somebody at Cengage. But now it's doing it because I already fixed it. So this is the file that you download with the assignment. And if you see this strange one with some name like Macari or something like that, what you do is just you want to change this. So you can actually click on change source and then go to this file that you downloaded. Okay, so with this file as the link, the same thing will happen. Watch, if I open this source file, this is actually for the first one here, the 365 marketing. So if we open this file, See, we have 68,000 as the first quarter for 2017. See, it's looking for this file, J Manesi. I don't know what that is. It's so weird because there's something strange with this assignment. That's what I was going a little bit crazy over. Let me just see if I can relink it now. If you go to edit links, see, this is not that file, which is weird. This is my, oh no, it does say that. See, it still says that. So let's try this one, change source, and I think this is the file, right? Let's see if we can get that one to work. So now let's open that source. Yeah, and that's it, right? So now it's got the 68 there. So if you change this 68, I'm just going to change it to something really weird. Change it to 12. And now if you go back to the original file, you'll see there's the 12, right? So it's linked to that file now. I changed the link from the Mancini one to the one that was downloaded. They don't really tell you that in the directions. So, you know, but the bottom line is at the end, I'm just going to undo this. They want you to break the link anyway. So it shouldn't matter. And to break the link, what you want to do is go to edit links and then click on this guy here, break link. Okay, now obviously once you break the link, then you will not have the update anymore. Does that make sense to everybody? So I go back to the file again and change 68 to 13 this time. And when I go back to the other Excel file, you'll see it doesn't say 13. Okay? So linking is all about working with a team typically and you know, having the latest data. A lot of times what might happen is you have, you know, people working on different areas. So one person is really doing maybe the numbers and the other person might be doing a PowerPoint presentation, and you're working together and you want to make sure that, you know, whatever numbers they change when you present to the next, you know, group of investors, you're always dealing with the latest data. Does that make sense? So by linking it and making sure that you have a connection, whether it be on the local area network, on your own computer drive, or even on the internet, you have the files connected.